Alright. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. The video for this week, I got my hands on a deck for a game called Mood Swings. Wizards of the Coast uh, basically came out with a new game. Um, the theme around Mood Swings, you can probably imagine from the title, is based around like emotions and stuff. But like Magic of the Gathering, this game also uses the 5 color system. Um, Other than that, I don't know anything about the rules of the game, how it plays and whatnot. So I'm assuming there will be instructions in here on how the game goes. So to my understanding, the contents of each deck is actually different. So you wouldn't be pulling the same cards in every deck. So yeah, I'm gonna open this up. If there's a rule book in here, I will of course go through it because I want to know how the game plays, and then we'll see how it seems. Mm, all right, it's only just the cards. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is where. All right. Mood swing rules: 2 to 4 players. All players share the same deck and discard pile. That's interesting. Shuffle the deck, then each player draws 5 cards. Review the bottom card of the deck. The player who most recently felt that emotion goes first in round 1. Oh, that's a unique way of determining turn order. Okay, round structure. For each round, the first player takes a turn, and each other player takes a turn in clockwise order. After everyone has taken a turn, proceed to scoring. Alright, on your turn, you may play 1 card or pass the turn. To play a card, put it into play face up. It becomes one of your moods. Most cards have special effects which can break the rules of the game, so read them carefully. Your moods stay in place unless an effect puts them elsewhere. Okay. Scoring. Each card has a value shown by the die in the top right corner. That value can change due to card effects. Each player scores by adding up the values of each of their moods. The player with the highest total value wins the round. If there's a tie, whoever took a turn earliest this round wins the tie. If a player has won 3 rounds, they win the game. Otherwise, each player who lost the round draws a card. In a 3+ player game, the player with the lowest score this round gets hurt feelings, which allows them to play an additional mood during their next turn. Start a round with the player who won this round going first. Okay. So I guess you're basically going until you've drawn through the whole deck, and the person with the highest score wins the game overall. That's what I'm interpreting this as. All right. So here's the hurt feelings thing that was mentioned in the rules. I guess the person that scored the lowest holds this until the next round. Okay. Alright, so we'll see what cards I got in this deck. Superiority. Okay, so this is the score, right? That's what it said in the top left corner. Yeah, that's the value. Okay, while in play, this mood value is a 6 and a 7 if you have more moves than each other player. So it buffs a lot. It buffs itself a lot. Okay. Anxiety. After playing this mood, choose up to 2 players. Each chosen player put one of their moves with an odd value into their hand. Also, here's a disruption. Okay. Boredom. That's interesting. It doesn't do anything. Oh, but I'm going to assume that this is a high value card. I guess the counterbalance and not doing anything. Celebration. The move's value is a 6 and a 1. If there are more colors among your moves than among each other player's moves. Oh. Fear. Oh, this one's 0. After playing this move, you may put another one of your moves into your hand. You may play an additional move this turn. So recalling something from your on the field to put back in your hand and basically replace it with something else. Okay. Loyalty. The move becomes 6 if there are 2 or more green and or blue moves. I'm assuming that means on the table as a whole, not just your own field. Okay. Pacifism. Choose up to 2 players. Each chosen player suppress one of their moves. Remain suppressed for as long as you have this mood. Oh, it turns the value to 0. Okay. So, I guess another disruption type card. Determination. Value 6, so there are 3 more moves that share a color. Okay. Apathy. Another effectless card. Okay. Embarrassment. You may discard a card from your hand with a 4, 5, or 6 value. And if you do, this move's value becomes 5. Okay. Curiosity. A player reviews their hand. And if it shares a color with this move, then it becomes a 6. So there's a lot of stat adjustment effects so far. Shock. Discarding opponent moves. Okay. Delight. Discard a card with 1, 3, or 5. And this card becomes a 5. Okay. Complacency. Another effectless card. Pity. Value becomes 6 if there are 2 or more blue or red. Alright. Triumph. the value becomes 5 if you went first. Oh. So I guess you basically wanna be the first one going first all the time. Spite. Choose 2 players. Each player puts one of their moves with an even value into the discard pile, including a 0. Okay. Nostalgia. Put a card from a discard pile into your hand and play an additional mood. Ooh, this is a good one. So, a way to recover a lost card. Bash. After scoring this round, if you won the round, put this room at the bottom of the deck and draw a card. Okay. Dignity. Discard a card with a 0, 1, 2, or 3. And then this card becomes a 5 for doing so. Alright. Hate. We put any mood on the bottom of the deck if you do draw a card. Okay, so yeah, anything in play. So I guess that includes whatever your opponents play too. Cheer. Discard a 0, 2, 4, or 6. Then this value becomes 5. Self-loathing. This is gonna be kind of an awkward card if you drew this when you're determining turn order. Like, did anyone feel self-loathing recently? Then you get to go first. I'll put one of your moves in the discard pile. Okay. Doubt. Reveal any number of cards from your hand, put them on the bottom of your deck, draw that many. During the next round, players can't play moods that share a color with any of the revealed cards. So you have to have a variety of colors in your hand. You could basically lock out your opponents from playing anything. Alright. And of course they made it a blue card. Friendliness. You play an additional mood if it's 0, 2, 4, or 6. Okay. Cruelty. Any number of opponents have 2 more moods. Each opponent puts a random one of their moods in the discard pile. Yeah, so black of course has the like a disruption effect. Serenity. Value 6 if you have an even number of moods, including this one. This is going to basically be modulating every turn. Gluttony. You may play an additional mood this turn. If you do after scoring, put that mood into the discard pile. Indecisiveness. Choose any number of opponents to each have 2 or more moods. Each player puts a random one of their moods into their hand. Okay. Bounce effect. Misery. The value is 6 and 2. There are 2 more cards in the discard pile that share a color. Okay, so definitely not an early game card. Conviction. Choose a mood. This player puts it on the bottom of the deck and draws a card. Fascination. Reveal a blue or black from your hand and give it to another player. If you do, this move's value becomes a 6 and a 1. That is fascinating, for sure. Anger. Put any number of moods with total value 5 or less into the discard pile. And this one's a 0 value. Okay. You definitely want to mess up your opponents with this one. Alright. Imagination. Choose color. All moods are the chosen color and no other colors. So I guess your opponent's basically gonna get rid of this as soon as possible. Oh, I see an exclamation point in the corner. I don't know what that means. Because this sounds like a stack piece. Okay. Kindness. A play an additional move this turn if it has a 1, 3, or 5 in the top right corner. Oh, someone's getting a hug. Bitterness. Calculate the most common color or colors among all moods. Put all moods that share one of those colors into the discard pile. So, something close to a board wipe. Alright. Happiness. The value is a 6 and a 2 if a player has both a red and a white. And for a card called Happiness, it looks like the characters are about to fight or something. I don't know. Okay. Pride. Choose a player with more moves than you. If you do, you may keep playing additional moves this turn until you have as many moves as the chosen player. Oh, it sounds like a comeback card. Okay. Rejection. After playing this move, you may choose 2 other moves. If the 2 chosen moves share a color or have the same value, put them in the discard pile. Okay. Regrets. Put 2 of your moves into your hand. After playing this move, put an opponent's mood into your hand. Oh, alright. You're basically adding 3 cards to your hand. Wrath. After playing this move, you may put all the other moves into the discard pile. Okay, so this is definitely a board wipe. Huh. From the sounds of it, it basically resets the game back to 0, like to start. It's gonna be harder to score if I understand the rules correctly. Okay. Euphoria. This mood value increases by 1 for each mood. Oh, including itself in each player's moods. Though being on the board bumps it up to a value of 1. And then as the game progresses, it just keeps gaining points. So your opponent will definitely target this to get it off the field. Or steal it, I guess, somehow. Meekness. Suppress all moves with a value of 5 or more. And they become a value of 0. So this sounds like another stack piece. Vanity. Value increases by 1 for each of your moves. Okay. There are no cards in your hand. This value instead increases by 3. Oh. This one definitely encourages you to get rid of your hand. You can potentially get a power boost in that addition. Alright, and the last card for this deck, Idealism. You may play an additional mood this turn. While in play, for each of your moods with dice in its lower left corner, use the dice total in its top right or lower to whichever is higher to determine its value. Use the dice total. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, it is functionally just like turns off the effects of moods when they have the pair of die in the bottom left corner of the card. So that its value is basically its original on the top right. Am I reading that right? All right. Well, that's a sounds like a really strong effect. Okay, so this is the deck for Mood Swings. The game sounds does sound pretty interesting. I do want to give it a shot sometime. See how it plays. But yes, so this is the video. It is. So if you stay with me to the end, thank you so much for sticking with me. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you played this game yourself already, let me know what you thought of it, because I do really want to know. Genuinely, because the game does seem interesting. It does seem like fun. So yes, usual questions. Did I pull any cards from this deck that's in a deck that you got? I mean, I'm sure I have. I'm just curious how many or which ones. Any cards in the deck that you like the effect resonates with you, or like determining turn order. That I pull any mood from this deck that you recently experienced. If you feel like sharing, you're more than welcome to post that in the comments too. But again, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoy this video, and hope to see you again soon. Alright, and bye bye.